Dan Forbes, Director of the Amelia Center for Community Engagement, and I'm partnering here with the Academic Resource Center on an academic tip of the day. So this is something that I've been telling students for many years at the college. Students, by and large, have worked full-time jobs during the summers in high school and certainly once they've started college in those summers. And so the academic tip is to approach your college work much like you would your full-time employment at home. That being said, you work a 40-day week oftentimes. So in the morning you would get up and you would go to work. You'd have breakfast and you'd go to work. So, you end up going and work in the morning is probably going to the library. So you show up at your library, you check your clock, you're there at 8:30 in the morning. And you work until you have class. And by work, you take out your syllabus for the different classes. You look at the work that you have coming up. You have papers due months from now. You have quizzes. You have exams. You have reading. So you do your immediate work for class, but then you also start to pick away at it, lay out, and make progress on those long-term projects. You leave work at the library to go to class. You come back to work at the library. You leave to have a coffee break, because you do when you work full-time, you have a break. You have a lunch break. But basically, it's sort of an 8:30 to 4:30 or 5 job. Again, you might have work study, etc. in among that, and then that would obviously maybe extend some of those days a little bit. So then you know that during exam time, certain times of the year, you have extra work, so that's kind of like overtime. But that's not unusual for people who work full-time to have weeks where they actually do some overtime work. But by and large, what it means, if you do this, what it means is that evenings, certainly after 6, after 7, should be your time. So now when you're sitting down to watch your favorite sports show or American Idol or whatever it is that you watch, you don't have to be worried about work that you haven't gotten to yet. You've already done that. You did that during the day. Weekends, by and large, can be your time. Again, there are times when those overtime projects and papers and studying for exams cause you to work more. But think about those hours during the day and how unproductive much of that time is. You get up late. You are on your computer and you're doing sort of non-productive engagement around your classes and up until, and then at night this sort of black cloud is over your head and you're worried about things you should be doing. If you do that really during that daytime chunk, actually your brain is probably better able to function during that time as well. At night you're getting tired, you're trying to do your reading, you're also, because you've not done a lot of this stuff, it's stressful now, and so there's all of this unproductive free-floating anxiety. I did it when I started college because I had taken 5 years off and worked full-time all of those years, and I just approached it like this was my job. And again, there were times when I would work overtime, but I never pulled an all-nighter, which of course is the most unproductive way to approach your schoolwork. And I really was able to manage my stress because so much of it I had laid out and done as my job. This is your job. So if you approach it like that, you'll be much more relieved in the evening and on weekends and watch your friends stress, but you're not going to be in that same boat. But also you'll probably do much better academically. So, tip of the day.